Sister wives Kody and Robyn caught fleeing court after embezzling property. Arrested at the airport while fleeing to Europe. Must serve sentence for contempt of court. Robyn breaks down in tears and refuses bail. Janelle and Meri cry in court, saying Kody and Robyn silenced them. Hello friends, welcome to the Daily Gossip News Update. I am Olivia and hope you are well by God's grace. Please subscribe the channel and press the bell icon. Weird gems and seashells wall hanging. Sister wives Kody and Robyn's foyer art could tell a story about their bond. Kody and Robyn Brown are known for their zany home decorations. And it's time to discuss an unusual piece of art that hangs in the hallway of their home. The design in question is made from seashells and semi-precious gemstones, and it's quite a bold masterpiece. It's interesting to learn more about the reality TV lovebirds through their home decor. They make design choices that may have symbolic value, although, to be clear, they haven't talked about what the sculpture means to them. The Sister Wives stars' former home in Flagstaff, which they sold for $1.9 million before snapping up another showplace for $2.1 million, is filled with curiosities that intrigue, but they have been accused of having bad taste by snarky Redditors. While it's true that some of their choices, including Kody and Robyn's Walmart rug, aren't elegant, it's their life, and they should surround themselves with things that they love, no matter what anyone else thinks. History has proved that the couple can't win with fans of the series, so they might as well enjoy themselves to the fullest. A Redditor, mindful_goat_nugget, started a thread filled with jaw-dropping wonders. They did a virtual walkthrough of Robyn and Kody's former home in Flagstaff while it was still listed for sale. This gave social media users an almost uncomfortable level of knowledge about the reality TV couple's quirky home decor. Thanks to photos like the one above, which showcases the odd seashells and gems wall hanging in their entryway, and other pictures, there's little guesswork involved with figuring out how the duo live behind closed doors. Those who are baffled by the sculpture may feel that the artist went too far. A long rectangular board supports the weight of masses of what appear to be semi-precious gemstones, such as tanzanites and amethysts. Those stones are pretty enough, but the way they're arranged is a bit over the top. Also, a variety of seashells are affixed to the board. Some are open, for an oysters on the half-shell effect that is frankly hard to appreciate. To summarize, there's too much going on here. Beautiful objects from the natural world are piled onto a piece of wood, seemingly without much forethought, when their beauty might stand out more if there wasn't an encrusted effect. For example, when a luxe jeweler shows off a gem, they present it in a velvet-lined box. Then, it seems exclusive and special. The rich, soft background is a simple backdrop that shows off the gem's attributes, from a ruby's fierce fire to a sapphire's cool blue mystery to the subtle sheen of a Baroque pearl. So what do tanzanites signify? And amethysts and seashells? Well, tanzanites, as seen above, via the _tanzanite at Instagram, come in a range of blue and purple hues, and purple is a color that Robyn absolutely loves, based on her modest print blouses in berry tones, and Robyn's royal bedchamber with its violet palette. In fact, purple is a great choice with her dark hair and fair skin. So perhaps she chooses art the same way that she chooses tops or lip balm or whatever. That's quite common. Fans at the Reddit thread previously mentioned don't like it. One said, however, tanzanites, for those who believe in the magical powers of crystals, have certain properties that are definitely healing. One reality star, Spencer Pratt of The Hills and Laguna Beach fame, surrounds himself with crystals because he believes that they enhance his well-being. With tanzanites, which were first found in Mount Kilimanjaro in the 60s, are known for their balancing energy. And this is interesting, as Robyn is a Libra. That sun sign is represented by the scales. Libras always try to balance, keeping their lives on an even keel. Many of them are surprisingly adept at balancing, like gymnasts doing flips on balance beams, and then sticking perfect landings. They find ways to stay fit, be sociable, and take care of their loved ones. However, This sign can be a little too beauty-obsessed, and occasionally too smug because of their many natural blessings. Libras lead charmed lives, and sometimes they make their own troubles, creating drama, perhaps unconsciously, to add some spice. It could be argued that Robyn did this when she rubbed her happiness with Kody and the now ex's faces, alienating them and their children. None of that was necessary, but Libra is a passive-aggressive sign. Gwyneth Paltrow is also a Libra, and her healthy self-esteem hasn't gone unnoticed. In fact, her ex Ben Affleck once implied that she was a snob. This is the downside of Libra, but in general, this sign is very pleasant and loves to be surrounded by beauty. So it's not surprising that Robyn's amassed such a big art collection, including romantic paintings. Amethysts are also purple, and they're gorgeous. According to Crystal Vaults, these semi-precious gemstones will protect people from psychic interference. In fact, as per that source, Catholic bishops often wore rings with amethysts to stop mystical intoxication. Robyn is quite a devout Christian, although not Catholic, so the gemstone's link with faith is fascinating. If the stone helps to protect her from her enemies and their negative vibes, that's a good thing. The seashells found on the sculpture are also symbols. They speak to the beauty of the ocean and its shores, but they have other stories to tell. As per Harper Crown, Kody, in particular, has really needed to transform, and the process hasn't been simple or painless. In fact, since he lost his son, Garrison Brown, it's been grueling. Sometimes in life, there are changes that no one wants. Terrible things can happen, which force personal growth in a way that's emotionally devastating. Kody is coming to terms with this, but showing admirable resilience. He is growing as a person. Kody granted 2 ex-wives, Janelle and Meri Brown, larger shares of Coyote Pass, which gave them $305,000 each when the Arizona property was sold. This was a generous act, signaling evolution after a great loss. Robyn and Kody have a new home and a different life. He is grieving, his issues with his exes are stressful, and life in his new house might provide some solace. Things aren't perfect with Robyn. They are starting over, and Kody's new spirit of gentleness could be a pathway to peace. As they evolve, their taste in home decor could change, but it's likely they have a lot of the same items in their new house, including the gem and seashell sculpture and Kody and Robyn's bird of paradise statue. The sister wives do stay in love, even when life gets hard, and while it's not fairy tale, they have built a core family that seems very cozy in an upscale nest. There is something about Kody Brown that makes it almost impossible to empathize with him. The sister wives patriarch has an innate flaw about him that just rubs viewers the wrong way. During part 1 of the tell-all, Kody once again tried his best to present himself as a victim. But longtime fans know better than to fall into that trap. During his rewriting of history, he told the host that he often felt he was vilified. I almost gagged when Kody broke out a line from Batman Returns. As the father of 18 sat demurely in his seat, he genuinely revealed that he could relate to the DC Universe's superhero villains. Move over, Penguin, Riddler, and Joker. There is a new bad guy in town. As he openly talked about how everyone had wronged him over the last few years, he stated, "If you don't die the hero, you live long enough to become the villain." Lord, grant me serenity for what this man is about to say. Kody went on to confess to Sister Wives viewers, "My mouth runs fluidly. It's easy to make fun of somebody who doesn't have a filter." Kody added, "It's hard to be accountable for things that you're saying in a passionate moment." While he might not be wrong in his observation, fans have lost any compassion they had for the TLC star years ago, which makes it hard for Kody to be vindicated. For Kody, it's all about love. He hinted at the jealousy he felt from Christine Brown, Meri Brown, and Janelle Brown, which caused a shift in their dynamic. It's like you find higher love and then everybody just slaps you down for it. There's a divine aspect about my relationship with Robyn, and we have been *touch slapped for it. I'm sick of it. Kody went on to say, I love this woman, and I want peace in this relationship. But I'm to the point where I'm walking around flipping two birds because I am so sick and tired of being guilted for loving Robyn. I mean, the Joker had Harley Quinn, and Kody has Robyn Brown. So it tracks. While Kody sees himself as Batman, fans don't think he lives up to Michael Keaton or Christian Bale. The husband of one is a long way away from being perceived as the anti-hero, let alone a hero at all. However, the sister wives women are also embracing their own fictional characters. When asked who they saw themselves as, Janelle was the first to give an insightful reply. She compared her life to fried green tomatoes, sharing, "Evelyn, she's going to remake her life. She's going to seize her power or whatever." Meri decided that her life resembled that of wild author Cheryl Strayed. She shared that the Reese Witherspoon character's journey of finding herself. It's this beautiful story of so many experiences, lots of ugly and really painful and heavy parts, and also some amazing, beautiful parts. And in the end, it's just an amazing story that helped her become who she was. And Christine claimed everything everywhere all at once best represents her life. She joked, "It's just chaos, and we are just busy constantly. But I love it." Kody lost sister wives fans along the way, directly after he tried to claim he was an anti-hero. And I can't say I blame them. It led me and probably most other fans to question whether he watches the show, the past shows, his wives' interviews, his children's interviews. Go online, read the blogs. Or does Kody all think this is a part of reality TV, and his actions are worth the payout? Throughout the tell-all, he and Robyn were constantly called out for their lies. It got so bad that the fan accounts started pulling their words on the subject from multiple episodes and comparing them to his tell-all claims. There are still 3 more episodes in the tell-all, so goodness only knows what else will fly out of the TLC star's mouth. During the tell-all via ET, Janelle tried to be diplomatic in her answer when asked if she could still be friends with Robyn Brown and Kody. The mother of 6 first told the host, well, I could still be friends with Kody. I never really had a relationship with Robyn." But as the interview went on, she slowly started to change her tune. She added, "I don't have any hate or hard feelings or anything. I just don't really want to know them." Janelle clarified, "Oh, I could sit and talk to them if it was all superficial. That would be fine. I would talk to them. That's no big deal." Janelle doesn't think a friendship is in the cards, which makes sense to Sister Wives viewers. For years, she was treated as a second-class citizen. The realtor noted, "I don't need it. I don't want it. I'm just not going to be buddies with them or go to lunch with them." When asked if there was ever a chance of deep love, Janelle left it all on the table. She shared, "I'm not looking for it. I really just don't like them. I don't want to know them. And I just really don't like them." It's apparent that Janelle is seeking a fresh start. Realistically, there is no reason she would need to interact with Kody or Robyn. The former couple's shared children are all adults and choose their own interactions with their father. The last time Janelle would have had to interact with Kody, for a while, would probably have been at their son's funeral. Janelle no longer lives in Flagstaff, as she has moved her life to North Carolina to run a farm with her daughter. There is nothing to gain by staying stagnant and trying to keep a relationship with Kody. The polygamous patriarch is too deep into his own narrative, even to understand how to move forward. He will forever blame his first 3 wives for leaving him, refusing to take accountability himself. Janelle is already coming to terms with the fact that if she had known Kody better, she might have passed on him. In part 1 of the tell-all, she noted, "If I had a year with Kody, I'm not sure I would have married him, honestly." Instead of staying in a toxic situation, Janelle has channeled her anger into propelling herself forward into a new journey, and she hasn't looked back. Watching the sister wives tell all became infuriating. Before arriving at filming, Kody asked his favorite wife if she was ready. Robyn simply stated, "I'd rather have a root canal." If Kody or Robyn were asked a question they didn't like, they refused to answer. The couple's behavior actually infuriated TLC viewers who felt like the duo were getting off the hook once again. While the host pushed the other women to answer, Robyn easily sidestepped any question she didn't feel like answering. Robyn then claimed that videos were disturbing. But it seems more disturbing that both Kody and Robyn have been able to lie so much. Thankfully, many fans called out the hypocrisy of it all. But for Janelle, the lies have piled up over the years and started to overflow. Now living a new life, Janelle is aware she doesn't need to deal with their BS anymore, so she is leaving them to it. It's comforting to know that Janelle won't waste one more second on the duo. However, it is obvious that Kody and Robyn will be stewing about her decision not to be friends for a long time to come. Now it's time to talk about why Kody scrawls messages to Robyn on the mirrors in their fancy houses. When they keep scrolling, fans can feast their eyes on pictures of some of the now monogamous lovebirds' most astonishing rooms. Kody's always playing Romeo, and Robyn must be Juliet, as seen in the picture shown above. Robyn's curling her hair and coolly appraising herself in the mirror, as though wondering, is this good enough? The naturally attractive mother's trying to be the pretty doll that Kody wants. He said he likes her to look a certain way. It's probably easier to get those tens of thousands of dollars worth of American Girl dolls when she looks like one herself. The mirror message picture shown above appeared in a Reddit thread started by Deleted. Fans called out Kody for his over-the-top romantic gesture. One fan called his words, "Even when she's camping, she'll sneak off to put on some makeup," and reportedly used to leave the now ex-wives with the tough chores. However, it's a lot of work to maintain a perfect facade. Some women don't always want to, but Robyn may feel like she has no choice. In exchange for all of this effort, Kody gushes about the petite brunette who is now his only wife. On screen, he once said that Robyn resembled a diesel jeans model. He also compared her to his soccer mom in a way that honestly made it sound like he was a bit turned on. Okay. The thing is, there could be more going on under the surface. Kody has said he won't take another wife because it would create too much tension. Maybe he secretly wants to bring another woman into his relationship with Robyn, a throuple of sorts that will thrust him back into polygamy. Robyn doesn't want that. She also says Kody's hard to live with and trying to wreck their marriage. His mood swings are atrocious. So maybe his mirror messages, which are meant to be love letters, are an example of him trying too hard. Kid. On the surface, it's sweet. His little messages are expressions of his feelings, and hopefully those words, written in lipstick or whatever, are sincere. For sure, Kody loves Robyn. On the mirror, he kept it simple, although some of his mirror messages have been much more elaborate. In the picture shown above, the visible part of the message reads, he draws a cutesy heart around his initial, really leaving his mark. Kid. That was adorable, but it has to be said that Kody didn't seem to be elated when his other wives, Janelle and Kody Brown, finally fled. In fact, he seemed grumpy, out of sorts and bitter. That didn't really compute. When a man's left with the woman he's characterized as a total woman, an ultimate dream woman, he should be celebrating some sort of Disney-style happy ending. He should be Prince Charming dancing with Cinderella at the ball, not a grouchy and negative dude who's just rough going. He should have been floating on a cloud, elated after being pierced with the cherub Cupid's arrow. The wives left before Garrison's passing, and there was no reason for him to be miserable back then, as he didn't want those other women anyway. Maybe monogamy will not solve everything. So often, people want to have their cake and eat it too. Now that Kody's got just one wife, he may miss being in control, so to speak, of a gaggle of women. Yes, he complained when they were there, but now he has to face the ups and downs of life with Robyn without the crutch he used to rely on, which was blaming the other brown women for every problem he had. Janelle, Meri, and Kody were painted as illogical shrews who just couldn't please their husband. Kid. Kid. He derisively called those long-suffering females princesses, as in, entitled to the max. The more a person puts down a partner, seeing themselves as superior, the greater the odds of a breakup. It's a sense of equality and mutual respect that keeps love alive. However, all three women seem to be doing well since leaving Kody. In fact, they've had glow-ups, stepping into real glamour, as though they were neglected masterpieces that were lovingly restored by an expert's deft hands. So maybe they weren't so bad after all. As the pictures above, via mindful_goat_nevitat Reddit shows, Kody's apparently trying to build some kind of fantasy environment for Robyn, like that house filled with luxuries in Citizen Kane. Maybe Robyn chose all this stuff. She's seemingly Kody's rosebud after all. The thing he prizes the most, that evokes the most moving memories. She's his soft place to fall, and his true treasure, marital problems or not. It's hard to even imagine Kody without Robyn. He is that invested. Kid. Hill. The royal bedchamber, the stone sink, the glitzy David Yurman bling, Kody's Star Wars doll collection, Robyn's own stash of American Girl dolls. This is some serious decorating, and the word whimsy does not really suffice. This is some grandiose home design. If his love is sincere, it's admirable. However, it's always possible that Robyn pressured him into monogamy against his will. He may just be going through the motions. No one shows every part of themselves to another. There are always elements that remain hidden. This is why the Sister Wives stars could hit more turbulence. The Sister Wives do sold Koyo Pass, ridding themselves of that albatross. But that doesn't mean that everything is perfect in their lives, despite those lovey-dovey mirror messages.